First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap
between the Washington Commanders
and the New Orleans Saints.
Taken at the goal. The Commanders offense set to take over. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
Throwing now is Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Wentz.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin.
That'll make it 3rd down.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Back deep, the Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop.
Winston now to throw on first down. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well,
if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. That's taken on the 25.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Winston Johnson, your connection there for the Commander first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Washington first down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Wentz going to throw.
Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr.
from 17 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's roll. Come on, let's get something roll. We're going to be big time now. What's the deal, guys? Get something together. You do a little bit with me, baby. No way I'm moving. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
On second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Flushed out right. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. They go play action. Winston.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And some space here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
A first down throw for Winston. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he was.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Wentz. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Winston.
There's Chris Olave.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
Good protection there on third down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers, and he's able to haul it in and pick up the first down.
First down, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Third and short yardage, Winston.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Now Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here's Winston.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So Wentz and the Commanders
down 10-9, exactly 1 minute remaining. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Wentz to throw.
This is Robinson.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if he can make someone miss in the open field.
Now Wentz signaling frantically. Let's get to the line. Back to throw. And that's caught inside the 35.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Back to throw. Wentz. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. To throw is Wentz. And his screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
And now defensively, the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So a victory here for the Commanders.
And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.